Hello, little dreamers. Welcome to Sweet Dreams. Tonight, we have a very popular bedtime story filled with inspiration and wonder. Get ready to go on an exciting journey to see the story of Hansel and Gretel. Let's begin. Once upon a time, in a small cottage at the edge of a dense forest, lived a poor woodcutter with his wife and 2 children, Hansel and Gretel. Times were tough, and the family often struggled to find enough food to eat. One day, the woodcutter's wife had a wicked idea. She convinced her husband to take Hansel and Gretel into the forest and leave them there, so they wouldn't have to feed them anymore. Reluctantly, the woodcutter agreed, hoping that somehow they would find their way back home. One day, the woodcutter took Hansel and Gretel to the forest. As they ventured deeper, Hansel overheard their stepmother's plan. Being clever and resourceful, he collected small white pebbles along the way and dropped them on the ground, leaving a trail behind them. When night fell and the stars came out, the woodcutter led his children into the heart of the forest and left them there. Hansel and Gretel huddled together, scared and alone, but Hansel whispered to his sister,
"Don't worry, Gretel. I've left a trail of breadcrumbs so we can find our way back home."
In the morning, Hansel tried finding the breadcrumbs, but alas, the hungry birds of the forest had eaten the breadcrumbs, and Hansel and Gretel were lost. They wandered deeper into the forest, thinking they were getting to civilization, hoping to find shelter and food. After hours of walking, they stumbled upon a strange house made entirely of gingerbread, with windows made of sugar and a roof made of frosting. Hansel and Gretel couldn't believe their eyes. They were so hungry that they didn't hesitate to start nibbling on the house. Suddenly, an old woman appeared at the door. She had a crooked nose and a wicked grin.
"Who dares to eat at my house?
She cackled.
Come inside, my dears, and I'll give you even more delicious treats."
But the old woman was not as kind as she seemed. She was a wicked witch who liked to eat children. She invited Hansel and Gretel inside and locked them in a cage. Every day, the witch fed Hansel delicious food to fatten him up, and he grew plumper and plumper. But poor Gretel was forced to do all the chores, and she grew thinner and thinner. One day, the witch decided it was time to eat Hansel. She ordered Gretel to light the oven and prepare it for cooking. Gretel, realizing the witch's plan, pretended not to understand and asked the witch to demonstrate how to get into the oven. As the witch climbed inside the oven, Gretel slammed the door shut and locked it tight. With a mighty shove, she pushed the witch into the blazing fire, where she vanished in a puff of smoke. Hansel and Gretel were finally free. They searched the witch's house and found chests full of treasure. With their pockets full of gold and jewels, they set off to find their way back home. After days of wandering, they stumbled upon their father's cottage. Their father was overjoyed to see them and welcomed them back with open arms. He had regretted leaving them in the forest and had spent every day searching for them. And the stepmother has left him and married a rich man in the village. Together, they lived happily ever after, with enough treasure to never go hungry again. And they never forgot the lessons they learned in the forest, to always be brave, to trust in each other, and to never give up hope, no matter how dark the forest may seem. And so, the tale of Hansel and Gretel became a story of courage, resilience, and the power of family love, cherished by children and adults alike for generations to come. And that was the end of the inspiring story of Hansel and Gretel. If you enjoyed this magical fairy tale, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and check out our channel for more enchanting stories. Until next time, may your days be filled with wonder and joy. Goodbye.